Forbes India and Indeed present Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2024.
Hi, my name is Santosh TK. I work with Dell Technologies. I've been with Dell for about 20 years now. I currently lead the talent acquisition organization for Dell in India. HR happened by chance. It was meant to be a rotation when I was in Dell. I actually joined operations in Dell, and I was trying to see what else I can do as a lateral rotation. And I came into HR with the objective of doing it for a couple of years and then going back into operations. But I thoroughly enjoyed the journey of being in HR for a year and continued there. So from 2004, when I joined Dell, I moved to HR in 2007, and I've been in HR ever since till today. Being in a technology company, there's always some new technology that's coming our way, and we're constantly playing catch up to make sure we have the best talent that we can bring into Dell. So the challenge is always trying to see how we can get the best in the market to come and work for a company like ours. That is the biggest challenge, and then making sure our teams are motivated enough and really out there, ahead of all the technological changes that happen every day, and trying to bridge that gap between my team and having good talent come into Dell is one of the biggest challenges that we have. The industry is so evolving at such a rapid pace. We are constantly playing catch up, but we like to be ahead of the game. That way, making sure we sell a total value proposition to a potential candidate and team member to come and work for an organization like Dell. For Dell Technologies, I think that it's more of an opportunity, considering what we do as an organization and in what segment we operate and what customer base we appeal to. It is an opportunity that we see. So as an organization, while AI is the buzzword everybody's talking about it, we're trying to see how we can present those solutions to our customers, thereby making it a viable proposition for our customer. So at the back of it is where we bring the talent in. So the challenge is always to make sure that with the ever-evolving industrial changes, how do we match that gap or the so-called gap of talent that we have, and trying to see how quickly we can bridge that gap. That is the biggest challenge for any organization at this point, especially if you're in the technology space. And we operate in that space, which really means that we need to up our game. We want to make sure we get the right talent at the right cost, at the right time, so they can fuel this whole AI engine that we're trying to deliver to our customers. So that is truly the biggest challenge, but it really is an opportunity too. I really do believe that in the talent acquisition and as well as the learning and development space, there are so many great partners out there in the market that are really leveraging AI to make life easy for organizations like us, technology as well as talent acquisition organizations, trying to see how we can really tap into that massive base of talent that is out there that we don't know of. In Dell, we are fortunate, like I said, we're a technology organization, so we're always trying to be ahead on both ends of the spectrum. One is for our customers and one is for our own team members to make sure that we are more efficient in the way we deliver what we have to deliver to the organization. So we have adopted a lot of AI-based tools. There is Hired Score, which really maps a job description to a resume to make sure that we get the top resume that we want to look at, thereby making sourcing a lot more easier for my team members and so much more quicker, because I think speed is the name of the game while we're heading in the technology space. We have also recently launched a new tool called Jade, which is an internal name for a scheduling tool, because that's where a lot of my team's time really is spent in making sure to get the candidate and the hiring manager to meet at a common time and a space that can speed up the process of interviewing, etc. So as we go and as we look, within the organization as well as outside the organization, we're seeing more and more AI-capable tools and resources that are available to us that we can leverage to really speed up, bridge this gap quickly, get the talent into the organization as quickly as we can. So some of the things that we're really leveraging as we speak. I'm sure there's more to come. the last 5 years, Dell has been really in the forefront of making sure we have gender parity. So gender has been the focus of an organization globally. And the idea was to really get more and more women to join the workforce. So there are multiple things that we do as engagements, whether it is reaching out to colleges. We have something called the STEM Aspire program, where we really want to encourage women team members in technology to continue that journey and hopefully at some point join a technology company like ours. These are honestly just engagements. They may not even be fruitful in the next 4 or 5 years. Various programs. But what I think in the last 1 year, what we've done as a team, the talent acquisition team in India, is really to diversify a little bit in the diversity space. While we have our focus on gender, which is a company-wide initiative, we're also trying to see my team and I are trying to see how we can add various other facets, right? So whether it's differently able people or people with disability, as we call, to bring them into the organization. We're actually on a journey today as we speak for the last 1 year to create a conducive workspace for people on the neurodiversity spectrum, right? That's the focus that I have. That's one big personal agenda that I have to make sure as a talent leader that can we diversify in the diversity space and get more and more diverse talent into organizations like Dell, not just gender, but people with disability, people on the neurodiverse spectrum. So creating the space. So as we speak, we've been on this journey for a year. We haven't hired anybody yet, but we have a target of hiring somebody that we can potentially bring into the organization in the next 6 to 8 months. But before that, sensitizing our teams, making sure our hiring team is hired and equipped to really interview somebody from the spectrum, making sure we create a physical environment that is conducive for them to come in and operate. So various forms of diversity, including LGBTQIQ, is something that we do as an organization. But as an individual, as a leader, my influence has really been to see how we can bring people on the neurodiverse spectrum into the organization. That's where I'm spending a lot of energy trying to work with NGOs and partners that can support us in that journey. It's a small step, but I'm hoping at least to hire maybe 5 people in the coming year, and then experiment and then grow that side of the population within the organization. My journey has been very, very unique, and I'm a big thanks to the organization for giving me the opportunity to really, move laterally and experiment a lot of, facets of HR, whether it's learning and development, being an HR generalist, or being leading talent acquisition today. But one thing I fundamentally believe, I think it's a job where there's a massive human element involved, right? While we depend on tools to make our job and our work a lot more quicker, faster, more efficient, there is still a human element, and I sometimes do believe that when you're hiring people, your gut is stronger than the AI sometimes. So it's a mix of both. I would like it to have technology to kind of filter and help me fasten the process, but I think a lot of decision making still lies with the human, right? So that is an interesting space to be in, where we use all our deep knowledge that we have as team members in the talent acquisition space while we leverage technology, and then marry both of these together and then bring people in. So as people choose HR as a profession, as a career, I think that's the one thing that you have to keep in mind. Don't be resistant to the technological changes, but also listen to your gut, listen to your heart, listen to your mind before you choose a team member for the organization.
Forbes India and Indeed present Top 30 Talent Leaders of 2024.